morning. Thank you for being here. I am Kanika Tomlin, Deputy Mayor of this beautiful city of St. Petersburg, Florida. Very pleased to have with us several distinguished guests. Council members, Chair Bill Dudley and Carl Nurse, Vito Sheely, representing Representative Kathy Castor's office, and Reverend Russell Meyer, who came in town with the Florida Council of Churches. Thank you for being here. Councilmember Charlie Gertis is also just joining us. Thank you, Councilman, for being here. And really, thank you to everyone for being here for the announcement of two critically important initiatives that share one common thread: opportunity. Opportunity, perhaps, is one of the biggest reasons that the sun shines on us here in St. Petersburg today. Our mayor, as you know, has a vision that this will be a city of opportunity where the sun shines on all of us. We're working hard every day to be a more innovative, creative, and competitive community that honors our past while we pursue our future. Today, we move closer to that goal. Wonderful things are happening in St. Petersburg, as you know, from 22nd Street to the Old Southeast to Azalea. Neighbors are uniting to elevate and reclaim their neighborhoods. Our children are performing better in our schools. At 5.8%, our latest unemployment numbers ducked just below the national average. Our progress is evident. You only need one weekend in October to see that the energy in our downtown cannot be contained. And great organizations like the New York Times and Forbes, even National Geographic, have signed on to help us tell our story. But we know that that's only part of our story. If you reach beyond our bustling downtown, beyond the beauty of Beach Drive and our explosive art scene, you'll see a lurking reality that stands between our city and its best future. More than 60,000 of our neighbors live in poverty. If we reach our vision and leave those 60,000 neighbors behind, much of those gains will be rendered irrelevant. Just last week, the mayor spoke of the 2,500 children in Pinellas County who are homeless. The sun must shine on them too. The sun should shine on all of us. The mayor and I know that that has everything to do with opportunity, with the ability to earn a living wage that provides for those things required for our best lives. The mayor's expectations and intent about equity in this city of opportunity are clear, and I'm so pleased and proud today to introduce him as he pushes that expectation forward by example with two advancements that strategically propel us toward the city we are striving to be. Mayor Kreisman.
Thank you, Dr. Tomlin. Last year, while I was campaigning for this job, I knocked on the door of a man who told me about his plight as a convicted felon looking for work in our community. This man, who so eagerly opened his door for me, couldn't get anyone to do the same for him. I regret not making it a point at the time to remember his name or his address, but his words stuck with me more than those of anyone else I met on the campaign trail. And that brief conversation is, in part, what led to this announcement of today's common sense measures. We are banning the box. For those interested in working for the city, that little checkbox on the city's application that requires an applicant to disclose whether they've been convicted of a crime will be going away on January 1st. Now, St. Petersburg is not the first to ban the box. Nationwide, nearly 70 cities and counties, including the city across the bay, have removed this barrier to employment. Numerous states have done the same, and some cities and states have gone as far as extending this policy to contractors and private employers. And while we are not taking that step today, I am hopeful that our organization, the City of St. Petersburg, will set an example for other employers in our community. This isn't just about giving people with records a fair chance. This is good for our economy. It's good for public safety. It gets us closer to our vision of truly being a city of opportunity. Mike Gilazzo understands this. As the executive director of the Pinellas County Ex-Offender Reentry Coalition, Mike knows that when individuals with criminal histories are engaged in their community, when they are employed, they are less likely to reoffend, and our community is safer. So I'd like to invite Mike Gilazzo to say a few words. Mike?
Good morning. On behalf of the Pinellas Ex-Offender Reentry Coalition and the Florida Reentry Academy, I'd like to congratulate St. Petersburg on the City of Opportunities initiative. I want to thank Mayor Kreisman, Dr. Tomlin, Nikki Gaskin, Capehart, Rick Smith, Mike Dove, and many, many others who've been working with all of us to help support our efforts in South St. Petersburg. We're also very excited to work with Chief Anthony Holloway and his staff at the St. Petersburg Police Department as they move forward with progress in our city. Yesterday, we demonstrated what we consider a City of Opportunity initiative in St. Petersburg with the PERC 18th Annual Showcase of Services. It was held at Pinellas Technical College's St. Petersburg campus. With the City of St. Petersburg and 56 other organizations, we provided service or guidance to over 500 families of ex-offenders or ex-offenders themselves in terms of what their different needs are. Pinellas County, the Board of County Commissioners and Justice Coordination, the Sheriff, Bob Gualtieri, and the Sheriff's Office have worked, and we've gotten a lot of recognition locally for a lot of the different efforts we've had in reentry. Our goal and mission for PERC is to help offenders to become and remain successful ex-offenders in our community. We've got a very successful drug court, a reentry court. We've got different programs in the jail geared towards this, and we're really excited to continue to expand what we're trying to do in St. Petersburg. On the state level, many of you have heard about the Operation Hope type project. It's called, I just lost my train of thought, the Smart Probation Project. Mike Cruz and his staff out of Tallahassee are very innovative. They've taken an approach in St. Petersburg and in Pinellas County as the pilot for that initiative, which is going to help those on felony probation get towards success again through jobs, through intensive case management. We're excited that Brian Haberlin, who's the Assistant Regional Administrator, and Corliss Campbell locally are wanting to roll this out in St. Petersburg and understand how important this is. Even more locally for us, we want to thank the City of St. Petersburg, the 2020 Initiative, and Representative Daryl Rousson, who are helping us roll out the PERC Hires Initiative in the 16th Street corridor. In the coming days, you guys will hear more about what we have actually titled the Dr. David T. Welsh Center for Progress and Community Development that we're going to be opening in the 16th Street corridor to create more jobs, to create more opportunities, and that all comes back to what Ban the Box is all about. By removing the checkbox on employment application related to one's past or their history, you create opportunity. The key for success for ex-offenders to remain ex-offenders is employment. There's many parts to it, but that's one of the biggest keys. When you remove the screen-out identifier on job applications, it's not intended to eliminate disclosure. You still are going to disclose, but it creates opportunity by allowing these people the opportunity to present themselves and talk about what their histories are. It lets you put your job qualifications first when you're being selected for interviews and not just eliminated because of a box. It's about human intervention. The ex-offender that is able to address employers' concerns is given an opportunity to talk more about their history, demonstrate their skills and their motivation to become part of the workforce. Allowing people to work, like the mayor said, it increases opportunities for them to be taxpayers. It increases sales tax opportunities, and it saves the criminal justice system money when people are actually engaged in the community doing things to help our community and not things in the criminal justice system. It doesn't guarantee employment, but it increases the chance for employment. When you consider the relevance of past offenses and what people might actually bring to the table before just having a checkbox. Even major companies like Target and Walmart have removed the box from employment screening because they've realized that we're losing the opportunity towards talent and employment of these people without even giving them a consideration on their skills. The ban the box has been, like the mayor said, it's been around for a little while. There's over 70 cities doing this nationwide. I think we'll work with the city to provide a link on the whole initiative itself. We congratulate the city of St. Petersburg and the mayor for taking these important steps. This is truly a city of opportunity, and we're glad to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And now I'd like to introduce LaShawna Tyson. LaShawna is a paralegal studies major at Seminole State College and a lead organizer excuse me, for Faith in Florida's Living Free campaign. She recently served 13 years in prison, during which she made a conscious decision to turn her experience into something positive. Upon release from prison, Ms. Tyson hit the ground running. She quickly earned her real estate license and is now a Florida real estate agent. A mother of 3, Ms. Tyson realized the difficulties faced by women returning to their communities from incarceration. She saw obstacles such as employment applications that were barriers to successful reintegration and has dedicated her life to advocating on behalf of returning citizens, especially women. LaShawna?
Good morning, everyone. First thing I have to say that St. Pete has set the bar, and there are some major cities in Florida that need to catch up. Orlando being the next. So yes, my name is LaShawna Tyson, and my journey started right here in St. Petersburg, my re-entry back into society. I was at the Work Release Center here on Gandy. And after serving 13 years in prison, they sent me out by myself on the bus to come down here to your Social Security Administration building. I can tell you, that was a scary thing. I didn't know how to use the bus. It's really hard. I can tell you all that coming from prison after any amount of time, the things that we need the most are jobs. Because see, in prison we work so hard for free. Not because we want to, but because we have to. The same jobs that we did in there for free, we come home and we can't get those jobs out here because of a box that relegates us to second-class citizenship in a state where we've been incarcerated in. After I left St. Pete to go back home to Orlando, that's when reality kicked in for me, because the job that I had here, I couldn't get there. Everywhere I went in Orlando, they asked me about my background, not about did I need a job. I had nothing after 13 years, people. Nothing. I couldn't go back to college because that box was there. I couldn't get a job because that box was there. And I can tell you, as a human being, that thing hurts. It hurts when you want to do the right thing and you can't. It hurt me so bad I couldn't do anything else but fall to my knees and cry to God, I can't do this. They released me with no way for me to be able to succeed out here. He carried me those 13 years, and he didn't stay when I came home, because he was still carrying me through my adversity. And he opened the door for me to become a licensed realtor. And at that point, I thought my chains were broken. Until I sold my first house 3 months later, took my commission check, and went to go and get an apartment, and thought that I was a part of everybody else, until I got the application and it had that same box. And I was told that I can't rent an apartment for 99 years. I can sell all the houses that I want, but I can't rent an apartment because of that box. I am a felon first and foremost over a realtor. That motivated me. That made me remember something that I had seen long ago in prison and didn't realize what I was seeing. Because see, there were ladies that I sent little pieces of myself home with when they said they wanted to be better moms. They wanted to get jobs and work hard for their kids and have a second chance. I would see these same ladies within a year right back in prison. And I used to ask them, why can't you stay out of prison? There's nothing that I can imagine worse than this. Why would you come back here? And they used to tell me, Tyson, it's harder out there than it is in here. It's easier in prison. And when someone tells you that, it's a problem. It's a problem. Prison is a horrible place. At that time, I realized that somebody had to fight. Somebody had to fight for us. I didn't know what I was doing. I just started going out and just telling anybody who would listen, this is what's going on to almost 2 million people in the state of Florida. This is what's happening to us. It didn't take long for an organization to pick me up, and I am now with Faith in Florida, and we are working diligently to overcome the barriers that are placed upon people with felony convictions, so much so that in 2016 we're gearing up to change Florida's Constitution so that when we have completed our sentences, our rights are automatically restored. Thank you all. Thank you all for listening to me. And it looks like there's some voting going on here today. Is it true? So here's my message. Here's my message to anybody who can vote. Don't just sit back and sit at home. Come out and vote. It is a reason why they take the rights to vote away from us. Make it your job, your duty, your obligation to come out and vote. I do not care who you vote for. Vote. Exercise your right. And to every person with a felony conviction, don't believe them when they say you can't vote. I took 26 people to the primaries. I can't vote, but my friends and family can. And I encourage you all to get 10 to win. Thank you.
Thank you, LaShawna, and thank you for your courage. Today, we are also raising our city's minimum wage. The base pay in our community for full-time employees will be $12.50 an hour. Part-time employees with at least 5 years of service to our city will also be paid $12.50 an hour. And this proposal has also been extended to our public employees union. This number is roughly the middle ground between the $10.10 supported by President Barack Obama and the $15 suggested by many of our employees. I want to thank a couple of our outstanding employees for standing with me here today. Curtis Lassiter is a full-time laborer in our stormwater department, and he will be receiving a more than $2 per hour raise. Chablis Jones is a part-time youth development worker. She will earn an additional 83 cents an hour. This is gas money. It's grocery money. It's a few extra dollars to help make life a little easier for the people in our City of St. Petersburg family. It's money that is likely to stay right here in our local economy. I am committed to St. Petersburg being a city of opportunity, and as such, my administration will continue to study this and other similar issues. We will continue to look for ways to open doors and not close them, to create opportunities, not obstacles. I thank all of you for being here today, and we'll be sure to hang around for one-on-one interviews with you, as many as you wish. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with the program. My name is Chris Paradise. I'm the chair of the Innovation Center. I'd like to give a big thank you to all the full-time staff, including Tanya and JJ and Danielle and Jen and Mary and everyone that works day in and day out, bringing all the services to the entrepreneurs that actually come here and work and grow their businesses here, which is really what we're celebrating today with this open house, is that we have a place now in downtown St. Pete where small businesses can come and they can get the job done, and get the job done hiring people and doing new things and growing this great city that we all love. So I would like to introduce the speakers now. The first speaker is a Florida senator representing the 22nd District since 2012. He was a member of the House of Representatives before that. He was born right here in St. Petersburg, has served in the United States Army Reserve, and is an Iraq War veteran. It is my great pleasure to introduce Florida State Senator Jeff Brandes.
But I'm blessed to be here. My grandfather immigrated here from the Cayman Islands in 1948. He came here with $16 in his pocket, and he had a desire to live the American dream. And so over the next 60 years, he bought a little lumber company on the south side called Cox Lumber Company. He couldn't get credit in his own name. And so Mr. Cox said, look, if you pay your bills on time, you can use my name. And so my grandfather made that decision early on. He kept the name Cox Lumber, one, because he could get credit, and two, because he was wise and he realized that C came before T in the phone book. And so it stayed Cox Lumber for 60 years until we sold that business in 2006. And God blessed us to allow us to transition, and for me to transition onto other things. But one of the things you might know about me is that I love scuba diving. And I grew up scuba diving here, learned to scuba dive at 12 years old down at Bill Jackson's. And what you realize is that scuba diving really is about studying ecosystems, and it's about looking at ecosystems. And how that translates into what we're going to talk about and what it means to have an innovation center in a community is that there are a lot of ways that you can get big fish. One way is you can chum the water, right? You can just take a chum out and you can throw it in the water, and sometimes that's how government does it. It just throws money at the problem and it chums the water. The other way that it can get big fish is you can create tiny crevices. And out of those tiny crevices, you can get small fish. And then you get the little bit bigger fish, and then you get the little bit bigger fish. And finally, you get the big groupers, and you get the big jacks, and you get all the kind of great fish that we like to catch. But I think that speaks a lot to what we can do with an innovation center in a community. And when we have great clusters like the financial services industry with Raymond James as a hub, or we have great hospitals with All Children's and Johns Hopkins as a hub, or we have great beach communities and a tourism cluster with the Tradewinds and Serrata as a hub, we have a great opportunity to continue to build on those clusters, to build those small crevices, and to create and grow opportunities for small businesses to thrive in the greater Tampa Bay area. So with that, God bless you, thank you so much, and I'll turn it back over. Thank you.
Well, it is such a pleasure to be here, and you know what? Woo-hoo! We got a room full of vibrant people ready to do business in Pinellas County, right? So we are extremely pleased about the turnout. We're extremely pleased about this new innovation center and what it will offer to the citizens and residents of Pinellas County. We're proud of the innovation center staff. Tanya never gives up, ever, ever, ever. And I also want to recognize that two of my other county commissioners are here, Commissioner Justice and Commissioner Welch. We understand that investing in creating jobs for the future is very important, as Senator Brandes mentioned. We want to teach people how to fish. And so This stands as a testimony to the Board of County Commissioners' financial commitment. Whoops, we're dark. We invest up to $500,000 a year in this particular venture. It used to be at the Young Rainey Star Center, and we felt after Tanya presented it to us from the board of directors that this was an even better location, and she's already shared with me that they're signing up a client a day since they moved here, which is awesome and exactly what we want to be doing. And you have recreated this tech garage. Is really cool the way you have done the architecture. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for believing in doing business in Pinellas County and for doing your business here in Pinellas County. It's critical to our economy, and we here in Pinellas County, we're not just about jobs, we do create jobs. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon, and I will answer that. It is a glorious job. There isn't a better job, I don't think, to have than to be the mayor of a city like the city of St. Petersburg. And I am just so proud to be here today. I want to thank everyone for being here today. As we like to say, the sun is truly shining on this city, and it is shining on all of our entrepreneurs here today. My thanks to the Tampa Bay Innovation Center for your leadership in opening up this center here in St. Petersburg. And while today is a great day, we need to celebrate this victory together. I do want to give you all a little preview. I hope I'm not doing something I shouldn't do, but a preview of the future. My team is working with the Innovation Center to provide a city-owned site at the 4th Street South and 11th Avenue South, where there will be over a 40,000 square foot permanent incubator on that property, which is truly exciting for us as we move forward and grow this community. The development of a state-of-the-art facility in the city's innovation district close to education and research, to our education and research partners, will further grow our entrepreneurial ecosystem. I don't think there's anything better than that or more glorious than that. I thank you all for being here again and for everything that you're doing every day to build business in this great city and in this county. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Chris. Entrepreneurship is a huge part of economic development. I mean, there are several different opportunities to create jobs in an economy. One of them is to recruit businesses from elsewhere, and one of them is to help the existing businesses to grow and expand, and we do that. But one of the best now that we're seeing, especially since the year 2000, has been grow your own. It's taking the intellect, the capital, the creative and innovative people that live within an area and just helping them to start, to make their ideas into reality. And everybody in this room is an entrepreneur or someone who's interested in helping them to succeed. And this, it's so much more than the space we're in. It's more even than Tanya and her staff. It's all of you contributing in some way to making these things happen. So we appreciate each and every one of your involvement, from the expertise you provide in finance, in HR, in law, in every aspect of running a business. And that's what helps make this program succeed. And we look forward to working with you both here at the Tech Garage and at the new facility that we're working with the city on the just south of downtown. So thank you again for being here and for your part in this. And we're happy to support Tanya going forward. We've worked with her for over 10 years, created many spin-offs from here through the Star Tech and the Star Center operations, and we just look forward to further success with you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to St. Petersburg College, downtown, and the Tampa Bay Innovation Center's Tech Garage. We're very excited about this partnership. This is our second foray into a local business partnership. Our first was with LumaStream. We also have our cultural partners that are here in the building. We're excited to partner with them as well. Chris is right. This came about really, really quick once Tanya decided that she wanted to come down here. I think she might have been a little hesitant at first. It's too small. It's like, hey, this is what we got. We can offer this to you. And we're not in the business of providing subsidies for businesses, but what we are in the business of is partnerships. We're also in the business of being responsive to the business community. And it's one of our core missions to be able to quickly respond to the needs of our business community when it's in regards to developing the workforce. So we look forward to continuing to be responsive to the needs of the business community, because we know as business grows and as the economy develops, we need to be able to be there to provide the training to develop the workforce. So we want to be able to partner with you to do that as often and as possible as we can. When I think about St. Petersburg and economic development, it really doesn't get any better than this. This is what it's all about. Next week, Tanya and I are going to meet to talk about how we can develop some programming that will allow students to get some training. Our hope is to do it in software development, where they can come in here, spend some time, get some soft skills in business ownership, and get some training in entrepreneurship, and really make that something that will provide some lift to the economy and provide some additional jobs. So we're really excited about this partnership, and we're open to other partnerships as well, and just excited about this day, and thank you for being here.
No, this is really fantastic to see this. Back when we started Odyssey, we didn't have anything like this. In fact, back in the day, entrepreneur was kind of a dirty word, and it's fantastic to see that not only has entrepreneurship been embraced by the St. Pete community, but it's embraced by the business world at large, and I think some great, fantastic things are going to come out of this initiative. So good luck to all the entrepreneurs that are getting started here.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, CEO of Star Shop, and a number of years ago was actually selected to be an original shark on the Shark Tank show. So I've had a chance over the last 5 to 6 years deal with tens of thousands of entrepreneurs. And when I heard about Tech Garage and I heard it was opening here in St. Pete, my hometown, I said, I've been here 20 years now. So I said, I got to tune into what they're doing. And I said, I need an office right here because I'm launching a company called Star Shop. And Star Shop is a joint venture with Sprint. It's a mobile app business that's going to be very exciting, and I'm looking to network with all the tech entrepreneurs here in St. Petersburg, Florida. So really excited to be part of the Tech Garage.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Ken Welch, here celebrating the opening of the Tech Garage, an outstanding partnership between Pinellas County and St. Petersburg College, and it's really a high-tech incubator for businesses in Pinellas County and in St. Petersburg, another way of diversifying our economy with our great entrepreneurs here in Pinellas County.
For me, I think that what's great about a co-working space is that it allows someone like me who's used to being on 24/7, because you're always either on your phone or on your computer without having a set office or having a set office hours. You tend to get a little unfocused, and sort of for me, this provides a little extra structure that's helping me as an entrepreneur to try to get stuff done before I go home, and then when I go home, I can enjoy myself and relax and say, you know what, I've put in a full day's work, and I can just relax and enjoy myself once I get home.
Hi, I'm MJ Robinson, and this is Jerry Robinson with Hubcentrics. We are a service as a software cloud application that helps companies manage all of their digital media, from sharing, collaborating, securing, all the intellectual property that is a value asset to companies.
We moved here about a week ago, and we really love the space. It's really creative. It really helps us to really focus. We have a space, just an office, but when we go out, we also talk to people here that are also in technology. What we really like is that we also get mentoring once a week, and that's been a great help in focusing our company.
Good evening. I represent Duke Energy. We've been a founding sponsor 10 years ago in Largo when StarTech originated, and we're honored to be a sponsor for the next 10, hopefully more years moving forward. Duke Energy would like to support this foundation, obviously through our economic development efforts. Entrepreneurs are a huge driver for our community, not only just the St. Pete proper, but the Tampa Bay in its entirety. So we hope for the best for all of the companies in this venture, and hopefully we can expand these products and services nationally, if not globally. So we'd like to present a check of $30,000 to support Tech Garage.